For this dragon tail fly, we're going to go with these big game hunter hooks from Kona in 2-aught. Some medium-sized Dumbell eyes. And some 140 Denier power thread from Veevus in black. Okay, now I can get this hook securely in our Wolf Indiana Atlas vise. And get our thread started about 1/3 of the way back. Now I can come in here and get these Dumbell eyes tied in. And give ourselves plenty of room up at the hook eye. And then once we get a few wraps, we're just going to spin that so that it's on the bottom of the hook shank. We'll keep making some nice securing wraps. And then some helicopter wraps around. Before bringing our thread all the way back to the bend of the hook. Back here at the bend, we're just going to use some 30-pound mono for a foul guard. Get a few loose wraps, and then we can make sure this is situated how we want. And then tighten down. I know I am using my normal scissors, but if you get way back into the back of those scissor blades, it's not going to matter. You can protect the tips of your scissors. At this point, I do like to just put a little bit of super glue over everything. Make sure those eyes and this foul guard are not going to go anywhere. These Mangum's original mini dragon tails is what gives this fly so much action in the water. These things really like to move around. Now we can tie in our dragon tail. I want that foul guard to kind of support a lot of that tail right there. I don't want to get too far. That looks pretty good. Trim a little bit of this off. Try to keep all of that on the top of the hook shank. And we're going to end with our thread right behind the Dumbell eyes. For the dubbing, we're using this Hawgfish dubbing. This is their donkey dubbing in olive Smackdown and white lightning. And we don't need very much of it. A little bit of this goes a long way. And you can see this is super long dubbing. With the size of fly we're tying today, we're going to take this dubbing, get it all going in the same direction by just grabbing it and pulling it out. And then once we get a nice long section of dubbing, we're going to cut it in half because we only need half the length. So we'll cut it in half and then keep pulling it to make sure that all of the fibers are all oriented in the same direction. Now we can start getting our dubbing on the top and bottom of this fly. So right behind the Dumbell eyes, we're going to tie in a clump on top. Flip the fly over, tie our other color right on bottom. Again, right behind the Dumbell eyes. And then, this is where it can be, it's a little bit easier on top of the hook than on the bottom, but we're going to sweep everything back. Watch out for the hook point. It likes to grab your fingers. Try to get that dubbing on each side of the hook though, so we have nice coverage on each side. Advance the thread forward. Now we can come in here right in front of those Dumbell eyes. And then again right in front. And again, try to get half of that dubbing around the hook shank. There we go. Boy, that dubbing doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. And again, fold everything back. The top is always easier to get folded back. The bottom, try to get half of it around the hook point. And build a little bit of a dam there to hold everything back. At this point, I like to build a nice thread head on the fly. A nice smooth cone-shaped head. We can throw a nice whip finish on. You can come in and brush out this dubbing as much as you'd like. Get some of those looser fibers out of there. And that's a dragon tail. Thanks for watching.